The men and women who volunteer as leaders of their county farm bureau work tirelessly to meet those concerns. Virginia Farm Bureau, after all these years, remains strong because of its leadership.
Say hi, KP.
Say hi.
Wave.
You on my foot?
Stand right there. Stay right there. Don't move.
Look, Kelly.
Presented by the Virginia Farm Bureau. Jeff Charles along with Mike Burnup and Glenn Lynch in Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, with the Hokies leading the Clemson Tigers at halftime by the score of 7.
Hey, home. I'm talking to you. Can't see it yet. I'm typing KP.
Billy Myers has returned 5 balls along with the kickoff return man. Bob Thomas for 71 yards the ball game. Passing wise, Mark Cox is 11 out of 20. He has not had a ball intercepted. Mike Epler from Clemson is 5 out of 10. He's had 2 picked off. He came in with 8 interceptions. He's now thrown 10 intercepted. Total offense in yards. The Hokies have 184 yards. Clemson has 126. The Hokies have run 43 plays and only 23 for Clemson. In the punting department, David Cox with 2 kicks for an average of 42. Dale Hatcher with 4 boots, an average of 47.3. Neither team fumbled. The Hokies have had 6 plays against them for 60 yards. Clemson has 4 penalties and 43 yards. Time of possession.
Move out of the way, Joel, if it's possible.
Now I'm going to take this to Joe.
God, hey. Alright, get back here. And on your hands and knees. All fours. Stay there. Yeah! Tag team. Kelly, come here.
He's been very sharp and done a good job moving the team. And I think the game plan that the offensive coaches have put together has been a very good game plan. It seems to have worked very well today so far. And I guess the other big thing that you can think about is Jack's defense played exceptionally well. So they managed to keep the kicker. He got off the field, see. So he was kicking 64 yards and one, but I don't think Clemson's been in check territory, so they've kept him off the field. That's another big step. Yeah, it's been a very big key in the ball game. The Hokies have had 3 field goal opportunities. Don White has hit on one of them of 26 yards, and that was coming late in the second period to give Tech the 10-7 halftime lead. Mike, very seldom will you see Virginia Tech with 20 throws in the first half, but Cox is 11 out of 20. That's 55% through the air, which is pretty good. And 20 throws for Virginia Tech in the first half. I don't think there's any question this is their game plan. As you mentioned, the Tech's offense is pushing.
That scares me. Oh, you get that next time.
Very strong against it, bud. He said they're going to use a lot of motion, which they have, and they've been flip-flopping Joe Jones because Clemson will play a lot of people, different people to the formation, and they'll switch their linebackers. So what they've done, they've tried to
right there. That way a little bit. Right there.
Messed up. ball and done very well. The offensive line has done a good job protecting Thomas also. So it's been a good game plan. I really thought they probably threw it about 35 times today. 20 in the first half was well on the way to do that.
Let's take a look now at some other scores from around the country.
My turn.
Carolina 21, Georgia Tech 10. Michigan leads Minnesota 14-7 in the Big Ten. Florida leading Georgia 17-0. That ball game being played in Jacksonville, Florida today. They call that the world's largest cocktail party when those two teams get together. And every time they have mentioned the score on the public address here in Death Valley, a big roar has gone up because there's no love lost between Clemson and Georgia. And the Clemson people love to see Georgia get beat. And that's what's happening today as the Gators lead them 17-3 in the fourth period.
Ah! Football. Come here.
And that's it. It's going to bring up 4th down and 5. David Cox will come in.
What are you doing, boy? What was that coach's name?
You typing that?
Yeah. Move it all the way back there.
James has school.
It's okay.
Hey, school, how's James?
I don't want any of this.
You know who you remind me of, James? That guy that was in the bathroom during Fast Times Ridgemont High.
Ah, he does.
Looks just like him.
Do anything on this drive?
Motley Crue. Kelly is the Motley Crue. God! $1,000 camera and he's farting around.
Well, they may go back and do what they did to start the game through 3 straight passes. They're up 7-0, so we'll watch that.
It'll be great when he passes it and then I put it in reverse.
There's a handoff that goes straight up the middle, and it's Terrence Flagler moving the ball to the 28-yard line, a gain of 4. It'll bring up 2nd down, 6 yards. Jesse Tan, the defensive end for Martinsville, made the tackle for the Virginia Tech Hokies. Terrence Flagler, the 3rd-string tailback. They'll use Stacy Driver, Steve Griffin, and also Terrence Flagler. He picked up 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down and 5. Williams out wide to the left side. It's Boyer out wide right. This time they're going with a pro set. Back split in the backfield. Here's Epley. Going to hand it off. Coming to this side is Driver, and he's going to be hit and dropped in the backfield by
Let's go scare her, Joel.
She knows.
Yeah!
to the 27-yard line. The Hokie fans.
Bruce Sack.
Yeah!
Kelly! Watch out!
First and 10 at the 21-yard line. The Hokies are driving. Terrence Allen
We want 7, baby, not 3.
Goes to Desmar Beckett. Walker's in front, and Desmar is pursued and caught at the 25-yard line. Michael Perry came up and made a fine hit for the Clemson
Mom.
Tigers. Eldridge Hilton was right behind, lost of 4 yards on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 14. And Mike, that time the Clemson defense strung it out well.
Good thing females like you.
Never want to film me when I'm all dressed up.
You're never dressed up and ready to go.
Don't need any mistakes now. 2nd down, 14 yards to go for the Hokies. Back to the 25-yard line. High formation, receivers wide, left and right. Alan Thomas, the wing back in motion. Mark Cox is going to throw again. He's in the pocket. He looks, lets it go. He picks off at the 8-yard line by Terrence back. Back to the 15-yard line. It's hit and dropped at the 17-yard line. Terrence back. Takes it off.
Great picture of Hall.
Making the stop for the Hokies with Vince Daniels.
Hey, Farmer Brown.
It was the interception, Mike, that hurt the Hokies. As Mark Cox threw it right to Terrence back. The defensive end picked it off, and now Clemson is back to business. Just as you said, they didn't need a mistake. The interception, and Clemson gets the football to 17. Well, give the crowd a little bit of credit because they flat out got on their feet the last 2 plays. Matt comes up with a big interception, but one of the few bad passes Cox has thrown today. He's really in the coverage and got caught.
Hey, Hal.
The tackle on the play at the 17-yard line, the I formation. Receivers wide, left and right.
Taping you.
Terrence Flagler only got a yard and
These are Ralph and stuff on my hand.
For
dog. Hey, baby.
Let's do some Ralph on stuff I found here.
Cough it up. Cough it up. The ball runs into the 19. Brian Burley did a good job reacting to the ball. He came up, supported very quickly, and made a good stop. And Clemson is stopped short of the first down.
Vince Daniels, baby.
Vince Daniels is such an enthusiastic player, came jumping out of that huddle saying they didn't make it. And it looks like it's going to set up a fourth down situation for the Clemson Tigers. The Clemson fans want Danny Ford to go for it here. It's going to be fourth down and 1, and Hatcher comes in to punt the ball away for the Clemson Tigers. Big play, Mike, for the Hokie defense.
They really did. You know, Paul Nelson came out of the pile with the ball. I think the Tech coaches thought there was a fumble, but it is definitely a fourth down, and there's no way Danny Ford would be crazy enough to go for it here.
Dale Hatcher will come in to punt the football away. Hatcher is an outstanding punter, one of the premier punters in the nation. 6:56 to play, third period. They came out to take a measurement anyway, but the Clemson Tigers were just short. And a fourth and inches situation, still very early in the football game as far as the second half is concerned, and Danny Ford will kick it away. Hatcher will punt this one away. Boy, did he get a good foot into it. Billy Myers catches the ball at the 24-yard line. Myers catches it at the 24 on the punt. Nice punt again for Dale Hatcher, who's a premier punter, as he moved that one 47 yards. Katie Dunn was downfield. Defending on the play is Billy Myers. Bear caught the ball at the 25-yard line where the Hokies come out first and 10 Virginia Tech at their own 25-yard line.
Katie Dunn is lucky. He hit Billy Myers, not very hard, but
Ben, the picture ain't on, y'all.
no arm, so he did not call the flag. Bill Dooley was a little
Go
upset.
ahead.
Okay, here we go. First and 10, Virginia Tech at its own 25-yard line. Mark Cox brings it out. High formation. He sends Terrence Allen motion to the far side of the field. Cox runs the option on the pick back. He goes to Desmar Beckton. Beckton to the 30. Desmar to the outside to the 35 to the 40-yard line. Desmar Beckton has the first down for the Virginia Tech Hokies. And look at the Tech coaches up jumping around based on a late hit on the sideline. Reggie Pleasant and Tyrone Davis were there to knock him out of bounds. Desmar, Mike, really turned the corner, put on the afterburners and picked up 15 yards.
Did a super job. Terrence Allen came out in motion and got in front of the play and was leading. Desmar did a good job reading his block. He went out of bounds. The Tech coaches were furious, as you said. It probably was a late hit, but they didn't get the call.
First and 10, Virginia Tech. They say he went out of bounds at the 38-yard line where the Hokies will come to the line of scrimmage. First and 10, they're on 38. Clarence Nelson goes wide to the right side. Steve Ellsworth wide left in the I formation. Cox brings him out first and 10. There's the quick pitch that goes to the right. William Flunkers in front to the 40. The right to the 41-yard line where he's hit and dropped. Gain of 3 on the play. Second down and 7. Eldridge Collins came up for the Tigers. Tyrone Davis was right behind and nailed Maurice Williams at the 41-yard line. Second down and 7. 6:15 to play, third period. And the Hokies clinging to a 7 lead. That was our score at halftime. We're in the third period at 10-7. Some other scores to report at halftime. Furman leads Central Florida 21-6. And a final score, the Florida Gators shut out Georgia today 27-0. Hokies to the line of scrimmage, the 41-yard line. Mark Cox drops, throws, and he hits Joe Jones to the 50-yard line for another first down. Ty Davis knocks him out of bounds on the Clemson sideline, and again, Cox throws right to Joe Jones. Mike, it's that little out pattern that's so effective for the Hokies, and another first down.
Joe Jones get out in his split position, and Ty Davis just gives him too much room. He makes his out cut, and they off. Cox delivers and picks up the first down.
Right at midfield, the 50-yard line with the Hokies are moving the football. 5:53 to play, third period. Jack 10. Clemson 7. Receivers wide, left and right. Terrence down the wing back in motion to the side. Mark Cox will hand it off to Maurice Williams. Blockers in front. He cuts it to the 50-yard line. He's hit. Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll bring up second and 10 for the Virginia Tech Hokies. William Perry at 320 pounds. The nose guard was there, along with Steve Rose. Well, the Virginia Tech Hokies with a second down and 10 situation coming up now, Mike. And let's see what they can come up with right at the 50.
Well, getting down in this territory, you know, there's only 5.5 minutes left, and they've been able to hold the ball all the third quarter. So even if they can't get any points on the board, they've managed to keep the ball. And if they have to punish, they'll get the ball deep in their own territory. So good job by the offense controlling the football.
Again, in motion to this side, the wingback, Clarence Nelson, and he'll get the ball again on the reverse, and he is tripped up for a yard line. The third time the Hokies have run that play today. Clarence Nelson tripped up at the 49-yard line, lost the yard. Frank Crawford was there to throw him under it. It's third down and 11. Let's go down to Glenn Lynch on the sideline now. The Clemson crowd really into the ball game.
You have to wonder if the Clemson crowd has been this quiet in many a game where they haven't lost a home game in some 4 years, I'm told. The only noise you hear in the stadium right now is the Virginia Tech fans. The Virginia Tech fans are here. And the biggest cheerleaders right now, the Hokies have for the team.
Third down and 11. Mark Cox goes over the middle to Joe Jones. It's knocked away and almost intercepted by Ronald Watson. It'll set up a fourth down and 11 situation. And David Cox will have to kick it away again for the Virginia Tech Hokies.
Kelly, get down here.
Yep, Ronald Watson did a good job. Joe Jones was running
Come down here, Kelly.
about 10 yards deep over the middle. Cox had plenty of time, but he waited a little bit long, and Watson almost picked it off, so Tech will have to pick it up on the front.
David Cox will kick it away.
Come here, now,
Line of scrimmage to 49. Cox gets it away. A high kick. He sailed out. Pleasant is back. The ball rolls just into the end zone. 51 yards on the punt by David Cox. The Hokies downfield in a hurry, and Pleasant called for the fair catch and let it bounce behind him at the 10-yard line, and Tech almost down to inside the 5. Bob Thomas was the first man down the field, but it just rolled into the end zone, and Clemson will have it first and 10 at the 20-yard line. Mike almost perfect punt by David Cox.
Well, it's been a great time to have one. I thought the ball might bounce back. Clarence Nelson was also there. Clemson 4 minutes, 23 seconds in the third quarter, and they've only had the ball 6 plays.
Efley's back in the pocket. He rifles it to Katie Dunn, and the big tight end catches the ball at the 26-yard line and gets it to the 28-yard line. Gain on the play. It'll bring up second and 2. Ashley Lee and free safety Nathan Dunn. Was right behind. Ashley had an interception in the first half.
This one's for you, Kelly.
Full season award. The senior from Franklin. Second down and 2 on the 8-yard completion. High formation again. Receivers wide left and right. Here's the quarterback. Efley out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Handoff goes to Driver, and he got maybe the first down to the 30-yard line. It was really possible. Made the stop for Virginia Tech. And they say short of the first down. The Clemson fans don't agree with the side of the football, but Mike is going to be third down and about 6 inches.
You don't expect to get those kind of spots down here in Death Valley, but he came over the top and he hit the ground, and then he kind of bounced over the 30, so they spotted him where he hit, underneath the 30, and down he goes, a little upset with the spot.
Third down, 10 inches to go for Clemson at the 29.5-yard line. Efley, the quarterback, falls forward. He's got the first down. Was in there making the stop, but it's the first down for Clemson at the 30-yard line, first and 10. Stacy Driver out of Griffin, Georgia. They call him the Ricochet Rabbit. And he's a quick one, 4'5", 40 man, high school All-American. He's the cousin of Willie Jordan, who played at Clemson from 1975 to 78. Out of Griffin, Georgia, boy, they've had some great high school football teams.
A lot of your nights.
Yeah, that's going to be just south of Atlanta. First down and 10, coming up the ball at the 30-yard line. Clemson with a football, first and 10, the high receivers wide, left and right. Williams out wide to the left here, Efley on the opposite. Up the middle of the fullback. Pulls the play across the 35 to the 36-yard line, again at 6 yards. Second down and 4, coming up for the Tigers. Getting off the bottom of the pile for the Hokies was Ashley Lee. Jesse Penn also helping out. Jesse's had a good ball game today, the senior from Martinsville. Ball at the 36, second down, 4 yards to go. Looks to the line of scrimmage. Here's Efley on the option, looks to pitch in. He's going to keep it in shot, but he's hit from behind the line of scrimmage by Bruce Smith. Bruce Smith gets in behind the line of scrimmage. The Lombardi and Outlaw Trophy candidate with his second tackle behind the line of scrimmage today. Back to the 34-yard line. A loss of 2 on the play. And like it's third down and 9. Bruce comes up with another big play on second down.
Really come at a better time, not lose the first option coming out. Not only did Bruce have Efley, but the Leon Gordon had the kick box from nowhere to go. Efley kept the ball, but Bruce comes up with the sack.
Ball at the 35, third down along Efley. Big retreat. Lets it go to the middle. And to the 50 to the 26-yard line is Butler. As a flag also goes down. And 46-yard line. Vince Daniels being piled in late. At the 46, Richard Butler gets to the ball. 6 foot, 180 pounds. Senior with 19 catches coming into the ball game. Made a big catch over the middle.
Significant late hit, but they're going to get the benefit of it. It's going to give them another 10 or 15 minutes. Down in good territory. They haven't been there all day, so that's a real good play. On third down. Brought up the third down play, but Clemson delivered over. That's one of the best passes he's thrown today.
Got the ball resting at the 32-yard line. First and 10, Clemson at Virginia Tech 32-yard line.
Will you please quit aggravating her?
Well, does she look like she's enjoying it? Huh?
Looking has time, dumps it over the middle, and it's incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Katie down the tight end, the intended receiver. Ashley on the coverage for the Hokies. Paul Nelson, the linebacker, was also dropping back. And it's 2nd down and 10 coming up for the Clemson Tigers.
We dominate team.
1, 2, 3, ding ding!
On the Texas Henry leading Gordon, so they kind of dodged the bullet. The referees delivered. It could have been a big game for them. Up to the line of scrimmage. 10 yards to go. Mike Guthrie brings it down. The I formation. Receivers wide, left and right. Here's Guthrie, left it go to the middle. Katie's on the intended receiver. At the 25-yard line. Leon Jordan defending on the play. Katie Brown runs to the ball. Leon